Inside the debauched firm that rivals Wolf of Wall Street, former employees sue company claiming they were fired for complaining about drug-fueled sexually erotic cesspool of harassment. American businesswoman, 75, is killed by a hippo on safari in Africa. Entrepreneur dies in her son's arms after brutal attack during family vacation to Tanzania. Glove-wearing police officer dies after being bitten on the hand by a feral cat on a Texas university campus. Trump's former campaign chairman Paul Manafort switches legal teams as Russia probe intensifies. Is your partner cheating on you? Relationship expert reveals the key signs to look out for from an insecure ex in their past to a lot of I love yous. Trump tells Kim his fire and fury warning to North Korea was not tough enough, then says he will spend billions on missile defense and making the U.S. nuclear arsenal even more lethal. China will not intervene if Kim Jong-un attacks America, but will step in to prevent a strike aimed at North Korea if Trump moves first. Chinese state media warns the ex-QVC director stole over $1 million from the home shopping network to fund his lavish lifestyle of spa treatments, clothing, Botox, and first-class travel. Judge Judy celebrates after signing a massive $95 million deal for the sale of her back catalog containing 5,200 episodes. Are you drinking too much? Answer these 10 questions to find out. Experts reveal the classic warning signs you've become dependent on booze. Keep a food diary. Eat in season and lighten every meal with fresh herbs. How to spring clean your diet. According to an expert fired sexist memo, Google engineer attracts thousands with new Twitter account in which he wears a gulag shirt as tech giant cancels staff diversity meeting after outright attack on employees. Long Island boy, 16, dies after being struck by falling log that he and a teammate were made to carry while at football summer camp. Has D.B. Cooper's fortune been found at last? Parachute strap may reveal where daring criminal buried his ransom cash 46 years after he leapt from a plane and vanished over Pacific Northwest woodland. I love you, goodbye. The last words of mother to her daughter after she became entangled in rope connected to a sinking boat on tubing outing during which her boyfriend planned to propose. Softball player, 14, who was found dead in a landfill site was murdered. Investigators say new evidence shows Texas teen who vanished while walking her dog died of homicidal violence. NBA star Zach Randolph flashes a smile after being released on $20,000 bail for being caught with 2 pounds of marijuana that he intended to sell in a Watts housing project. Iraq hero Tim Collins firm blew $60 million of U.S. Army cash on Bentleys and perks. Military training firm says accusations are wildly exaggerated by senator who is trying to make name for herself. Trump declares opioid crisis a national emergency and promises effort and money to solve it before adding, when I was growing up they had the LSD. Georgia man confesses to fatally shooting his neighbor and his dog over droppings left in his yard. Does your partner mock you or give backhanded compliments? It could be abuse. Expert reveals 14 signs of emotional abuse. Even smart people miss. Alabama high school teacher and cheerleading coach who had sex with 2 of her students has charges dropped because judge says law is unconstitutional. Revealed Britney Spears stage crasher identified as 37-year-old Jesse Webb as he smiles smugly in mugshot following arrest by Las Vegas police. What would happen if 100 feet asteroid due to skim just 4,200 miles past Earth in October were to actually hit? Wedding guests shared the awkward scenes they have witnessed on Whisper. One caught the cheating groom kissing one of the bridesmaids behind a tree. Another described how the groom's ex-girlfriend turned up unannounced. By Stephanie Linning from Mile Online, published 0518 EDT, the 11th of August 2017, updated 0602 EDT, the 11th of August 2017. Many married couples look back on their wedding as the happiest day of their lives. But these tokerling stories prove that for others it is a far more stressful affair. Wedding guests took to anonymous confessions app Whisper to share the most shocking and awkward moments they have ever witnessed. From prostitutes interrupting the ceremony to the maid of honor losing the rings, the scenes would be enough to give any bride or groom to-be nightmares about their own big day. One guest shared a particularly scandalous story about when the groom's ex-girlfriend showed up and claimed he was the father of her child. Another told how a former flame had arrived to try and put a stop to the nuptials. Here, FEMAIL shares some of the most horrifying examples. Secret family. This sneaky groom had apparently kept his other wife from his current bride. It should have been me. This former flame could not accept that the relationship was over. Drink up. There was a rush for the bar when guests realized there was not enough alcohol. Unfaithful. This groom did not try very hard to hide his indiscretion from the guests. Oops. This maid of honor was left scrambling after she lost the groom's wedding ring. Inappropriate. This officiant apparently missed the dress code on the invitation. Unfinished business. This scandalous scene was likely to have set tongues wagging. Love child. This poster watched the drama unfold as the groom was confronted by an ex-romantic. This bride missed out on sharing a special moment with her new husband. Slip of the tongue. This bride wanted to forget her husband's mix-up as soon as possible. Read more. 17 guests share the most awkward moments they experienced at weddings. Police arrest man, 50, suspected of knocking woman into He lifted my skirt and latched onto my bare cheek. Find Gianluca a job. Internet reacts with delight after the middle-class teens feud that ended in Girl, 18. Horrifying injuries of Girl, 11, who had boiling water. Feared Peruvian gangland hitman is gunned down at Chinese state-owned paper says China will intervene. And first-time mother, 42, accidentally smothers her. Dramatic moment. Cyclist who leaves his bike unlocked for Amir Khan's wife breaks her silence over their split too. Inside the debauched firm that rivals Wolf of Wall, Trump tells Kim his fire and fury warning to North. Waitrose, Asda, Sainsbury's and Morrison's forced to Olalagma host Laura Spencer, 48, shows off her The English Village. That's not very English at all. How Muslim graduate is suing Virgin Atlantic for racial. American businesswoman, 75, is killed by a hippo. One infatuated female prison officer is jailed for swapping. Like Daily Mail. Follow Mile Online. Follow Daily Mail. One Daily Mail female today. Don't miss